Friday night, and the only one that I'm in bed with has a tail.
I literally have no reason to be crying right now, but like, this boy messaged me saying he started talking to another girl, and he was like, basically said like, I don't want to talk to you anymore, like, I just want to let you know. And I'm like, I kind of already knew, but like, it still hurts. But he told me he didn't want a relationship, so like, why the fuck am I upset about it? But I think the thing that I'm upset about is like, boys never pick me. I'm never the one that they want to have a relationship with. Because literally,
Look, the guys that she picked don't pick her. They don't pick her. You know why? Because she picks the guys that don't want her. Women tend to do that. They keep dudes in the friend zone. This is why I say the friend zone is the women's utility zone. We might as well rename the friend zone the women's utility zone. Oh, those guys, they're grown. You don't need to tell them. They can get out the friend zone. No, the problem is they stay in there for you because they like you. They want you.
Okay.
And you know that. So why are you going to guys that don't want you? It's a repeating cycle. It seems like this ain't the first time where guys that she talked to her and he tell her, look, guys told her that they don't want her.
Is that what she just said?
That's what I know it is. Think about it. She probably had sex with a guy. And she said, why am I upset? Because I knew he didn't want me.
So it kind of sounds like you're saying the same thing, like even with the guys who are friend zoned and they stay around. Why do they stay around?
We're not talking about friends with benefits. She was a friend with benefit, not a friend zone girl. She was a friends with benefits.
Okay.
Dudes aren't getting sex and getting any kind of sexual attention. They stand in the friend zone to try and wish that in hopes they could woo you. Because women talk about, I want a man to woo me. So they just say, okay,
Peter, that doesn't always happen though. It sounds like these guys are stringing her along, and then
that's possible.
That's what it seems like is happening.
That's possible.
They're stringing her along, and then she's like, "What's wrong with me? Why is it that when I think it's about to shift gears, you're like, pieces deuces, I'm done."
No, they're not stringing her along. She's stringing herself along.
It's the same thing with the men who stay in the friend zone and don't leave.
They're having sex.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing. One is, if you were giving those dudes in the friend zone sex, they would keep being in the friend zone. They'd be like, we don't gotta have more than this.
Well, Peter,
I'm getting everything I want.
Who said that she was having sex with these men?
You can tell.
See, but so this is what I'm saying. It seems like when it comes to men, he's just in the friend zone. He's trying to woo her, so she sees that he likes her, and
because that's what women want from men.
See now, now you're changing it.
No, I said because women have been saying, I want a man to woo you. Woo me, guys. I want to be swept off my feet. The dude's trying to sweep you off your feet. The dudes that's coming at you trying to sweep you off your feet. A good dude, solid dude. And you know why he's a good dude and a solid dude? It's because he's in your friend zone. You ain't gonna have no scumbag in your friend zone. You gonna like, get the heck out of here. I don't want to see you again.
Okay, so when it comes to women and them being kicked to the curb, it's because they're choosing the wrong men.
Yeah, and you know what she about to do? You know what she gonna do?
What she gonna do?
She gonna go straight to her friend zone guys, the guys that she should be picking at, and she gonna call them. These dudes keep doing me bad. The dudes that I pick, blah blah blah. He gonna be like, it's okay, sweetie. You're beautiful. You're sweet. You're all that, everything all the attention that she should be giving to her man, she's giving it to a dude in a friend zone that's trying to show her that, look, I could be your man. I could be a shoulder to cry on. I could be there for you. Instead of her seeing that, she's going to go chase those Chads. We call them Chads. Those dudes, those fine and sexy sculpted guys that just got like this, something that just sexually attractive that turns women on, that make them just dumb and just continue on. I want this guy, so I'm just going to, I don't care what he say. I want him.
So
He's saying I don't want him.
Turn into robots, huh?
I don't know what happens. This is just me. This is my attempt as a man to try to understand what going through ladies' minds.
But you sound like you understand. You explained. You're speaking on it.
You tell me. Do you understand?
What do you mean? I think it's case by case basis. I don't think all women are the same.
So when women, okay, all right. See what you did right there.
What did I do?
You just said, all right. I'm going to speak in general. But now, because to win, whatever
it's not to win.
Whatever it is.
It's not, because that's really what I think.
Now,
It's not to win.
now we're not speaking in general. We're trying to speak in general. Of course, everybody's not the same. But in general, people react the same to certain situations.
You can't give absolute answers.
It's not absolute, it's generalization.
To a general... okay. You know what? Let's move on to the next part.
No. We're going to stay right here real quick because, it might bless you.
It might bless me.
Or somebody else that's hearing it.
Oh, okay.
It might bless you. Are generalizations valid?
I think they are.
All right.
They're valid. That doesn't mean it's always valid in every
Right.
single situation.
Does it?
Yes.
Does it always happen? Does a generalization always happen?
What does that mean? I don't understand your question.
Like, you saying, hey, people. If I say people love most people love ice cream. That's a generalization.
I would think so.
Right. But is it always the case that everyone loves ice cream?
No.
No. So then
because everyone's not the same.
Right. So, but the generalization's still valid. But we know that everybody don't like ice cream, but we know most people like ice cream.
Okay, honey.
So therefore, most women act the same way, just like most men act the same way, for the most part.
For the most part. And that's
For
the
the
thing.
in general.
But when women talk about men and how men, and they generalize how men are, oh, no. You can't say that. Every man is not the same.
No.
Blah, 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 blah.
But that's not
when
for
it
the most
comes
part.
to women,
Every man
it's
is
a whole different ball game.
Most men are not cheaters. You look up the statistics, 30% of men cheat. 30%.
Okay.
So how do you take 30% and try to make it most?
Okay,
That's not a generalization.
Okay.
You're talking about
Well, now you're talking about stats, because you looked up stats.
Right.
And for somebody that hasn't looked up stats, and they're going according to...
So we correct them. They wrong.
Okay, so...
Why are you trying to take the 30% and plaster it on as if it's the majority of people? That's not a generalization. That's an incorrect search. That's a statement that you're trying... That's actually propaganda. That's
if we're
how
going to do that,
propaganda
let's do that for every single thing then. If we're going to do this
Let's
and look up
generalize.
stats for everything,
right. We can,
make sure you look up stats for everything.
We can.
All right.
We can. Let's continue.
I always talk to boys, and then they get in a relationship, like, not that long after. Like, you want a relationship, you just don't want it with me.
And he said that.
And that hurts.
But he said... That's all we have.
That's all we have.
That's it for today.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Appreciate y'all joining us. And like I always say, even though my favorite color is blue, I urge you to take the red pill. Till we meet again.
Sweatpants, hair tied, chillin' with no makeup on. That's when you're the prettiest. I hope that y'all take it on.